So I just want to deliver short remarks. I thought it was important to state why we are doing what we are doing today in honoring 121 living legends of Nigeria's media. I speak often about culture. It is my favorite topic. I speak often and passionately about the cultures that define our nation and how many of those behaviors appear to be at the root of our national decline. By this, I don't mean who we are more than I mean who we have become. The attitudes, prejudices, stereotypes, and behaviors we have learned as we have tried to survive corruption, military dictatorship, and the civil war. One of those cultural anomalies is the arrogant dismissal of the past. It has never ceased to amaze me how every time someone wants to do something new in Nigeria, they start by dismissing what everyone else has done in the past. You hear, oh, TV was rubbish. Oh, radio was bad. Gosh, what are our advertising agencies doing? There's also the epidemic of people, especially young people, declaring that XYZ has never been done before. Or this is the first time this is being done in Nigeria. Or I'm finally going to do this right. I grew up hearing this from peers, but after years, it hasn't ceased to shock me. This pervasive sense of disdain, of disrespect, can only come from the collapse of perspective and the absence of history as a guide. And that is why Nigeria is stuck in a vicious cycle in many areas, without the benefit of history, of institutional memory, of learning what we did well and what we did not, of not knowing where the rain began to beat us. How can we know what to do better, what to stand on, where to begin to build? If we do not know where we are coming from, how, in God's name, will we know where we are going? Surely it's the same gap in knowledge that makes young Nigerian musicians feel that they are the first to reach massive international audiences or deal massive global corporations in a country where Majek, Fashe, King Sunny Ade, Onyeka Onwenu, Fela Anikulapo Kuti have been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, burnt it down, bought new t-shirts, and kept going. We have a history so rich with success, of victory, of massive accomplishment in the media and in creative industries. And therefore, we have an understanding of what makes it special, of why what our forebears did was very special. Up until this moment, I remember how awed I felt by the public relations activation of Onyeka Onwenu and King Sunny Ade preaching the message of birth control through music. I remember how perplexed my young mind was that after every NTA show, you must see the name of Grace Egbagbe and Peter Igo. I grew up interested in knowing how my former boss, Livia Jonuma, did that magic he did where he was speaking to the camera and you felt like he was talking to you directly. I think of the genius of the Baco Super Sack ad and how viral it went before we knew what viral meant. Or the forever standard that MKO is the man set from Rosabelle those 22 years ago. I grew up in awe of these creators. I grew up in awe of one of my ex-bosses, Sienna Brown, whose diction still intimidates many, many decades after. And I see them all here today. And my heart swells with pride, with excitement, with joy, with love, with reverence, with awe. You made it possible for us to dream. You made it possible for us to imagine as far as our passions can take us. You took the path less traveled at a time when your peers chose the usual and the conventional. Banks, politics, oil. You created something truly special. You know, in a country where most awards are given to politicians, to billionaires, to any corporate fat cat who can buy it with a few dollars, some of our honorees here asked us when we called them, why are you doing this? The underlying question was obvious. In a country that my auntie, Obiagele Ezekwesili, calls defined by slothful wealth, They wondered, why were you doing something so obviously not for financial gain? The answer is simple. And it is simple, really. This is a decision of the heart and not of the head. This is driven by gratitude and not balance sheets. Our hearts wanted to do this. Our souls wanted to do this. Our very beings wanted to do this. We wanted to say thank you for courage, for chutzpah, for character, for creativity, for depth. Thank you for passion, for ambition, and for purpose. Tonight, we thank you. Red Media Africa thanks you. Nigeria thanks you. I thank you. Thank you.